Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Today is Monday, July 14th, and I wanted to show you a few things that I picked up at Sobeys. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome here. My name is Janice. I live and work in Manitoba, Canada, and I work at a Canadian grocery store chain called Sobeys. These are all items that I've picked up the last few days at my work. They are sale items. And one item had some Scene+ points on it as well. Real Canadian Superstore has a points program called PC Optimum. I do a lot of my shopping there, but I do some of my shopping at my work at Sobeys because we are Scene+ sponsors, meaning you can earn and redeem Scene+ points in store. And as well, being an employee, we also get a small employee discount of 10% off your first $150 spent in a week. Two separate transactions, and on the second transaction, which is the smaller one right here, I did not get my full discount because I had already done some shopping earlier in the week, and these items over here I got my full discount on. But by the time I did the one earlier in the week and these, and by the time I bought these yesterday, I had less of my discount left, so I only got a little bit of a break on those. But let me show you what I got here. If this looks like a lot of bottles of sparkling water, that's because it is. There's 20 of them here. I didn't used to think I was much of a sparkling water person, but the Compliments brand, which is the Sobeys store brand, I actually really like. And I bought these. There's no points involved on them, but they're a really good price right now. With the Scene+ card, sometimes you don't get points on everything. But there are sometimes points on select items, and that varies from week to week. You just have to look at your flyer to see what things are on sale each week, as well as what items have points offers each week. Sometimes it's if you buy one, you get points. Sometimes you buy multiples, you get points. But what items are on sale and what items have points offers changes from week to week along with the flyer. Now, a lot of the sale items are simply sale items for everybody, but occasionally there are sale items that are only with the Scene card. These sparkling waters were just with the Scene card. They are regularly... well, actually, I'm not sure. They say they're showing as regularly $1.27 on my receipt, but they actually are more than that according to the shelf sign. So basically, I think they're on sale for $1.27 for regular price, like just for anybody that doesn't have a card, because I believe they've gone up to $1.69 each, is what I've seen posted. But they're showing on my receipt as $1.27. Which is probably the sale price for non-Scene+ card holders. But then if you do have a Scene card like I do, they're 40 cents off each, so making them 87 cents a piece. That's why I bought so many. So 87 cents a piece, and then minus my 10% discount, because remember, we get the 10% off your first $150 spent in the week. And by this point on Saturday when I bought these waters, I had not maxed out my weekly cap yet. So they're on sale, $1.27. Presumably for that, I guess that's the sale price for non-Scene+ card holders. But if you have a Scene card like I do, that dropped them down to 87 cents each. And then of course I had 10% off over and above that. So there's 20 of them here. I bought 6 each of the cherry, and 6 of the cherry, 6 of the strawberry watermelon, 6 of the peach, and just 2 of the blackberry. I do like the blackberry, but I thought, I've already bought 18 bottles of carbonated water. I don't really want to buy another, I don't want to bring 24. I probably should have and just been done with it. And there's a couple other flavors there too. There's like a lime one. I think they want to say there's like a lime pineapple one or something like that, but I'm not a big pineapple person. So let me show you here. Here's the breakdown. You can see all the discounts coming off, all the 40 cents coming off each bottle. And then there was no points earned on this, but in this case, the Scene card came in handy, and that's what gave me the discount. Now, my corporate employee discount was $2.54, and I paid $17.31. So $17.31 for 20 of these. I haven't bothered to take my calculator out and do the math to break this down as to what they were per bottle, but 20 of these at under... well, $17.31 for 20 of these. That's not even $1 a bottle. All right, I decided to do the math quickly after all and figure out exactly what I paid per bottle after my discount. Obviously, I spent $17.31 for the 20 bottles of sparkling water, and of course, divided by 20, that is 86.5 cents a bottle, or which rounds up to 87 cents a bottle, which is the sale price. So that's good. That's we know that already. But I took out my calculator and said, okay, so what's an additional 10% off that? What is my corporate discount bring it down to? So that brings it down to that 10% off of the 87 cents a bottle, brings them down to 77.85 cents a bottle, or basically rounding up to 78 cents a bottle. So it's already a decent price because, first of all, they're $1.69 on sale for $1.27. And then being a Scene Plus card holder, they're down to 87 cents a bottle. And these are 1 liter bottles. So 87 cents a bottle, $17.31 for 20 of them. That's good in and of itself. Even the $1.27 isn't bad. That's down from $1.69. But the 87 cents a bottle, pretty good. These are 1 liter bottles, not bad. With my 10% staff discount though, 78 cents a bottle. So $17.31 for 21 liter bottles of sparkling water, which, because I'm an employee, that breaks down to 78 cents a bottle. Not bad. A lot of people say, oh, Sobeys is so expensive. They're more expensive than most stores like Walmart, Superstore, and all that. And that's true. In general, on regular priced items, Sobeys is the more expensive store. However, our sales are good, and our sales make our prices, the sale prices are as comparable or as comparable or as good as any other store, I feel like, it, depending on what it is. But a lot of times there are some things that when they're on sale, they're cheaper than at Superstore. You have to know your prices though. And in this case, this is really quite good. You're not going to get, sure, for me it was 78 cents because I'm an employee, but even just the Scene Plus member price, 87 cents a bottle for a 1 liter bottle, you're not likely to find that too many other places. So I feel like I did pretty well on this. I found a good sale price, and that's why I bought so many of them. Stay tuned. I did buy some other things last night after work at Sobeys, so I will film those next, and that will be what you see in the next clip. All right, and here are a few things that I picked up last night, which was Sunday, July 13th, at Sobeys at my work after I finished my shift. I realized that I was out of cheese, pretty much completely out of my cheese. My husband likes lactose-free cheese. Well, he likes lactose-free cheese, but he also seems to need lactose-free. He's never been like legitimately diagnosed with a dairy allergy, but lactose-free products do seem to do better for his system, so he usually has lactose-free cheese on hand, and I think he still has some, but I was out of the regular cheese. And I bought 3 blocks because they're on sale right now. And normally if you buy Armstrong cheese at Superstore, they're usually around 8 something a block, give or take. Sometimes a bit lower if they're on sale. But at Sobeys right now, they are $8.87 a block. They're on sale. They're actually considerably more than that, like a couple dollars more than that, I believe, originally. So for them to be $8.87 a piece, that puts them on par with what they are oftentimes at Superstore. And again, I get my staff discount. Now, my discount, I didn't get my full discount on this because I maxed out my weekly cap. So I didn't get like a full 10% discount on everything, but I did save a little bit. So they were on for $8.87 each, so I got him a lactose-free marble, and then I got a regular marble and a regular medium at $8.87. And then over here I got some Midol. These were $12.29 with $1.23 off. They're on sale, so it's $11.06 that they were on sale for, and there was 100 Scene Plus points, which is why I bought those. So not only are they on sale a little bit, but they also had points on them. So you can see that my total was $37.38, and I only got $1.56 for my staff discount. So obviously, if I had the full discount available, it would have been more like $3 or something. $3 and some odd, like $3.70 or $3.73 that I would have saved. So obviously I maxed out my discount for the week, but that's okay. I still saved $1.56, and all of these 4 items were all on sale, so that's not too bad. So I did spend $37.38. I earned 100 points, putting me at 17,794 Scene Plus points. So that means I'm still sitting at the $170 mark of Scene Plus points, and I'm about 200 points, 206 points away from the $180 mark. So not too bad. I managed to get a couple of things on a decent sale the last few days, and I'm happy with that. So that's as far as I'll go right now. I have to head to work, and this evening I'll probably go over to Superstore and do some shopping because there's some things on my PC Optimum points offers I need to pick up. So stay tuned. That will be the next and final clip of this video. So stay tuned. All right, it is now Monday evening, Monday, July 14th, and after work tonight, I went over to Real Canadian Superstore and picked up a few items. Some of these items were on my PC Optimum offers, and some were not. Some were just items that I needed, and so I'm just going to kind of go through them and show you what I picked up. Back here, these were not on my offers. These are no name dill pickle chips. Basically like sliced dill pickles, basically. They're good for in sandwiches. They're not on my offers right now, but I saw them and I wanted them and I happen to like them. And they were actually slightly cheaper than normal tonight at $3.25. So a little bit of a savings. I forget what the normal price is, but that is a bit of a sale. And I quite like them and just decided to grab a jar. That was $3.25. I did have an offer on my app for Doritos, and it was a limit of one, so I only bought the one, and that was $3.67 for that. Otherwise, it would have cost me, I'm not sure what it would have been for subsequent ones, but I just decided to go with the one that was on sale, basically, for now. Our payday is later this week, so I can do a bigger grocery shop later in the week. So for right now, just got one bag of chips just for as a snack, and earn points on that. And then down here, I grabbed 3 more boxes of Certopectin. That was not on my offers. I'm really hoping it does come up on my offers soon because I make a lot of jam. And because of that, I buy several quite a number of boxes of this during the summer, really. So if they come up on my offers and I can buy a bunch of boxes that way and earn points on it, great. But in the meantime, I think I'm down to 1 box currently in the house, and I have some Saskatoon berries that I need to make into jam. And each of those requires 2 pouches of Certo, and every box has 2 pouches of Certo. So right here, these 3 boxes will cover 3 batches of Saskatoon berry jam. But I'm not done making jam. I want to get other things too. I want to do apricots and peaches and pear and all that other good stuff. So I definitely need more than that, but this is a good start. I wish I could have earned points on it, but I'm hoping in the next few weeks maybe it will come up as a points offer. I did have an offer for Pillsbury Pizza Pops. This time I did get the points awarded to me. Last time I did not, but I had to submit a points inquiry that time, and then they were awarded to me later. But this time they were awarded. I earned them as I was supposed to at the time of purchase. They were $3 each, limit of 2, so I just grabbed the 2. Both of them are pepperoni. Cucumbers are on my offers, $2.82 for a 3-pack. So grabbed that. And bananas are on my offers. Those were $1.91 back there. Celery stalks. These are not on my offers right now, but I have a recipe I want to make that requires, I believe, a little bit of chopped celery, and I'm out, so I grabbed one of those, $2.47. Iceberg lettuce sometimes is on my offers. Today it is not this week, but I needed one, $3.99, because tomatoes were on my offers and I was out of those, so I grabbed 4 of these tomatoes. They were $2.59. So obviously if I'm getting tomatoes and cucumbers, I should get lettuce too. So if I want to make a salad, or if I want to do taco salad, we just had taco salad the other night and we're out of tomatoes for sure. I'm not sure about lettuce, but if we're going to do that again, then we're going to need lettuce and tomato in the house again. So I figured I'd grab the tomatoes are on my offers and grab the lettuce to go along with. Over here, the No Name brand bread is on my points offers this week, and the white bread is what I use to make sandwiches for work or for toast just at home for myself. So I grabbed 1 loaf. I already have 1 loaf in the freezer, but that's already out thawing. I'm going to put this one into the freezer to take its place. That was $1.97. And then there was an offer for Lady Speed Stick deodorant. These are the Invisibles, and they were $2 each, limit of 4. I don't usually buy the Invisible, but I decided to go for it because they were cheaper than the other. So I grabbed 3 of those, and then I grabbed 2 boxes of tampons at $8.99 each. Lately, they have been regular price, $10.49. So $8.99 isn't a great price. It isn't a great sale price, but normally they're $10.49. And the last time I bought a box for my daughter, they were $9.49, and now they're $8.99, which that's the sale. $8.99 is a sale, but $8.99 a year ago would have been regular price. So there you go. This is how things keep going up. Now, I'll give you the breakdown of the points that I got here. I earned for the tampons, Playtex Feminine Products, 1,600 points. Cucumbers, 200 points. No Name bread, 100 points. Doritos, 300 points. Tomatoes, 200 points. Bananas, 100 points. Pillsbury Pizza Pops, 600 points. And 600 points on the Speed Stick products. After tax, I spent $68.68. So all of those points combined, I earned 3,700 points out of that. That leaves me with a closing balance of PC Optimum points. That is what my balance right now, as of today, is 275,190 PC Optimum points. So I am at the $270 level of PC Optimum points. Not bad. I'm actually halfway between that and 280. Now, I do have an offer this week. It's a cumulative one where if you spend $250, you'll earn, I forget how many points. I don't know if it's 25,000 or 37,500. I forget which. I didn't really take note of the amount because I don't intend to spend 250. Payday is not until later this week. Thursday for me, Friday for my husband, and that will be after the next set of PC Optimum offers come out because the flyers and the offers go from Thursday to Wednesday. So there's no way I'm going to be spending $250 before the offers expire on Wednesday because payday is not until the end of this week. So that's okay. I'll let that go. A lot of times they'll spend $250 and earn a certain number of points, bonus points. Those come up every few weeks. So I'm not missing anything really by deferring that. Not deferring it rather, because you can't defer that, but by not doing it right now, because chances are in a week or two, or maybe even next week, sometimes they do them 2 weeks back to back. Very soon, I'm sure there'll be another one. So not a problem. But I earned 3,700 points tonight on a lot of these items, so I'm happy with that. That's a pretty decent amount, and I'm at $275 worth of points currently. You know I like to save my points till the Christmas season, so we're mid-July and at $275 worth of points. If I can get to between $400 and $500 worth of points by the end of November, start of December, I will be happy. Now, that is everything for this video. Let me show you who's squawking in the background over here. This guy. This is my Indian ringneck parrot, Cricket. And of course, he's not going to talk now. He actually can do more than squawk. He can talk, he can speak. But that usually only happens when there's food involved and he thinks he's going to get a treat or something. He's got his head in my pantry. Well, no, this isn't really like I have a couple pantries in the house. This is the one in the kitchen here. It has like the cereal and that kind of thing and peanut butter in there. So anyway, now he's left. But normally he doesn't really start speaking unless he thinks he's getting a treat or some of our people food or whatever. If he thinks he's getting a snack or a treat, then he'll perform. Anyway, that's who you've been hearing in the background. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. And for those of you that have subscribed recently, thank you for joining. And for those of you that have been with me for a long time, same thing. Thank you so much. Every like and every subscribe helps my channel. Thank you so much for being with me, and I hope you will like and comment on this video if you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next time. I should hopefully have another video up maybe by the weekend sometime. So have a great week, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.